definitely not gonna be an ultralight trip. What's going on, everybody? Hope you all are having a good day today. Well, finally got my wish. I'm headed out on a cold weather trip. It is 21 degrees right now at noon. I believe the high is only like 25, and then in the evening it's gonna crash down into the teens overnight. So it's gonna be a little chilly. I've had this trip planned for a week or so. Going to pick up a buddy that I haven't hiked with since we went to Isle Royale in Michigan, which will be a lot of fun. And we've just kind of watched the forecast get colder and colder, so that's all right though. The gear has changed a little bit on this trip. You can maybe see I've got the giant Osprey Atmos pack back there. Yeah, wintertime is not necessarily the ultralight time. I'm sure some of you are going to comment, oh, I can go ultralight in the wintertime, and I'm sure you can, and that's awesome. But for me, when it's going to get down in the teens, I'd rather make sure I've got plenty of layers and I can stay warm. And even then, and all this gear really probably only weighs 18 pounds before food and water. Did bring a more elaborate stove with my Jetboil and the coffee press and the frying pan. This trip's more about fun at camp than it is miles. I think we're only going to do 2.5 miles each way, and just find a cool place to camp and just have some fun. So hopefully this will be an entertaining video. We are on the way to pick up Steve, and I will bring you back when we get there. All right. There's the special guest for the video.
How's it going?
I like the side profile you were giving me there, yes. Yeah. So that's my buddy Steve, which indirectly, Steve is kind of responsible for all this backpacking stuff.
Oh, wow.
This is your fault.
It's a big responsibility.
You're responsible for this.
Oh, my goodness.
Because this is the guy that kind of got me into all this.
Well, we'll see if you can keep up today.
We'll see. He's hobbled today, so right. I might have a chance at keeping up with him. But we're out the Dean Wilderness. We're just probably gonna do 2 miles. It's cold. Well, it's kind of like a heat wave right now.
It is. Feels pretty good.
It's like 27 degrees, so it's not that bad.
It's 27 right now?
It is 27 right now.
Oh, it is a heat wave.
Well, that's what the car said. It's supposed to get down to like 14.
Well, the car's pretty accurate. I mean, anytime you listen, that's like, it's gospel.
It's usually, it's a Nissan, so it's probably pretty accurate.
For sure.
I don't know how this video is gonna come out. It's gonna be a lot of nonsense. But it's probably going to be fun. We have a gigantic backpack on. Not quite as much as Steve's got. We do have a lot of food. Steve's wife dehydrated us food.
She did.
Which may be a side business soon.
A little gumbo.
This may be a side business, and you'll see it on this channel. But yeah, some gumbo. We brought eggs, which hopefully don't freeze, bacon. And yeah, I think half my backpack is food. I think that's basically all it is.
Mine's food and warm weather clothing.
Well, yeah, I did bring that too. And a tiny little tent, and that's about it. So
4 sleeping pads, 2 sleeping bags.
Yeah, Steve's got the retro gear going on this trip. Yeah, so
we'll see how retro it looks once we get it out. It may be updated, I don't know.
He's maybe not sure what's in his pack.
I'm not really sure.
It's going to be an adventure. But anyway, we're going to get hiking. Well, we've probably gone 1/4 mile by now. Maybe, I don't know. I can't check my watch because it's buried. But we've determined Steve's injuries over the year did not stop his ability to hike uphill. For whatever reason, this man speeds up on the uphills. I guess it's just a bodily function, huh?
No, I'm just trying to get it over with.
And, well, okay, maybe that. His body just knows, I want to be done with it. Where my body says, just calm down. Look here, you're almost 40. Don't go crazy. Look at those yellow gloves.
Look at those, huh?
Wow, that's stylish.
Pretty sweet.
You're gonna mess with the exposure on my camera.
It's like sunlight in a hand.
Yeah, it is. We won't lose him. I won't lose him.
No.
He's got a yellow shirt under his jacket too.
I do.
So,
I try to coordinate a lot of that.
he's very fashion forward while we're out here.
It took me about an hour and a half to get my pack ready. It took me about 4 hours to get my color coordination set up.
Oh my God.
But I feel pretty hot about it tonight.
Well, I appreciate, he did this for you watching this video. He wanted to make sure that you were entertained and that he looked fashionable. So we're trying to decide, well, we decided not to take the long route, at least for the hike. We're gonna walk straight there. This
set
guy,
up and then go for a walk.
well, he seems to think we're gonna set up and then go for a hike back around this loop.
I bet I can talk you into it.
Well, you probably can, other than I have to use my hiking poles to set up my tent, so.
Oh,
yeah.
Looks like we are snuggling tonight.
So no, we are not. Even though you brought a big tent, we are not snuggling tonight. You're gonna make me lose all my viewers if you do that.
I brought a tiny tent.
Hey, good. So did I. You have your own, and so do I. This is ridiculous. This is gonna be the whole walk, but it's pretty flat, so there's not really much. We're past the like 2 hills that this trail has. So. Yeah, that's really, the rest of it's pretty much just straight on out. It's a very aggressive hike out here,
I'm so glad you challenged me on my first day out.
Well, you were, we didn't want to hurt you. So here we are, a nice gentle stroll through the woods.
I think I might die because I'm wearing down and I'm sweating a lot.
Yeah, you probably.
I didn't prepare for that.
We're going to be taking layers off here. We won't film that. Don't get excited. Well, you can film it. That'd be on Steve. Maybe, we'll see what he does.
On my private channel.
But yeah, this rain jacket's probably going to come off too. Well, how long did we hike, Steve? 10?
4.5 hours.
4.5 hours.
Yeah, about 32 miles. Whoa, 32 miles. And a couple bourbons.
That was nature's way of saying don't lie.
Yeah, stop lying.
That was 100%.
I was rooted out on that one.
He was rooted out. That was 100% nature's way of saying stop lying.
Yeah.
We hiked 2 miles. But it's a pretty sweet campsite. So, and we got it all to ourselves. This is literally the video I posted with my son was right over there on the other side of the pond. So there's not somebody here this time. So we got it. And we circled the whole pond just to make sure we weren't missing anything. That is a massive down jacket, Steve.
Oh, it's so warm and cozy.
Yeah, he's all ready.
Right.
We're ready to go. It could get 20 degrees colder out here and we'd be fine.
I think I'm going to be down in my shorts.
You might have that on top and then just shorts. Yeah,
because I got down pants too.
There you go. I don't have down pants. I have a big parka like that. So
the down pants I'm going to wear tonight.
The camera will be able to pick us both up because that is bright blue and mine is like a bright orange.
Yeah, plus I got my air traffic controlling gloves.
It's really funny. The only gear video I have on my channel is literally ultralight stuff, and this is not that. But we talked about that on the way in here. There's a time and a place.
For it all.
And there's a time and a place for big giant packs and eggs and, fun stuff.
The essential things if you're only going to hike in 2 miles.
Yeah, when you're only going 2 miles, I mean.
It doesn't matter if you're sleeping for 1 day or 5 days. If you're going out for a night, you're going to have the same amount of gear. The only difference is food. So. Yep,
and we've got a lot of food and very warm layers. So my hand's getting cold, so I'm going to put some of those warm layers on, and we're going to put the tents up. He's got down shoes.
Little booties, little shoe action.
Yeah. I'm very jealous of these right now, actually.
Oh, you can try one out if you like.
I might have to.
What size boot are you?
12.
Oh, these are 10s. I don't think.
Oh, crap. Well, my feet will freak. I'm going to get frostbite now.
I was going to get them up for the night for you, but.
No, I have stuff. There we go. It's recording, so anything you do now is going to get caught on camera.
All right.
I have a 20,000 milliamp charger too, so I can recharge it.
Got my wings on.
Got my wings on. You brought us my cans of Red Bull.
Yeah, you want one?
Yeah, once I get this set up, absolutely.
Yeah, I got you one.
I'd rather have that than bring beer.
Me too.
Yeah.
I brought us a couple cigars too.
Oh, I was thinking that when we pulled out here, like, I didn't bring a cigar.
Yeah, I brought you a small one.
Okay.
Like a little, kind of like a gas station type. It's a nice cigar.
Yeah.
And then a couple of really nice ones.
Oh my God, this is Yeah. We don't need to hike anywhere else. We're gonna sit our asses here.
I have a feeling that's where this is going.
That's 100% where this is gone.
Yeah.
We're not going. We're there.
We're there.
As soon as you broke out a Red Bull.
Yep.
And talked about cigars, we're there.
Yes, sir. It's all right.
What? It does match your orange stuff. Yep. So, well, let's go over here and check out Steve's setup here. There's so much color going on with this. Like the stark contrast between this. Wait, there's more under there. Look at this. We will never lose him. Never. So there's this. And then everything of mine looks so boring. And even my sleeping bag is black. Like I can't. I do. At least my shell jacket is bright blue.
Your what?
My shell jacket. See, at least I have some color. I didn't do it on purpose.
Like a ninja. The bearded ninja.
The bearded ninja.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, you know. I guess I could go by that name. But it was just funny to me. So, Durston, with your tent, maybe offer some different colors, see?
I think it'd be great if that thing was orange.
It would be great if it was orange. That's probably going to get me all kinds of dislikes on this video. At least Search and Rescue would always be able to find you. Don't dislike my video just because of that. But yeah, so we're setting our homes up. Anybody that was curious, I've already done it on a video once, but that's the large Thermarest X-Therm. So the 25 by 70, 78, I think. But plenty of room. Still got room up at the top for stuff. And then obviously the huge vestibules. So I think the tent will be fine. And Steve has the original Nemo Hornet that went by a different name. But it's the design that they eventually turned into the Hornet.
The OB-1. The
OB-1. It's a Star Wars tent. Don't hate him because he's blowing up his sleeping pad with his mouth. He's got the bright orange 0-degree bag, a $35 sleeping pad from Amazon,
and self-inflating. Yeah, whatever.
And
we know how that self-inflating stuff works.
It doesn't work anymore. This is old school though. Look at the old Big Agnes label. In case anybody wondered, he actually used this stuff. Like,
right. And it does last.
Yeah, and if you ever want to know, for all of us that are on here that use gear, turn around and sell it in a year to buy new gear, this is the comparison between the new model of winter camping gear
the old
and the 15 year ago, some of this stuff maybe probably 25 years old that he's had forever, but you'd really never know it other than like just the old labels. Yeah. Like you would never know.
This is the lithium, the 0-degree lithium, 750 down. Okay. Now they carry the lithium in the 850 down.
Yeah.
This is a 0. The one they now make is a 0, which makes you wonder at 750 and 850, this is more like a 15.
Probably. Well, and 20 years ago.
Right.
So
they were kind of outselling themselves.
So we'll see. I know my hammock gear 0-degree quilt is very comfortable into the single digits. So
look at this layering I have going on there.
He does. We're trying to.
He's just like a sandwich.
I mean, I'm pretty sure between the two pads, he should be warm. And I think you said he brought like a bivvy bag too, just in case.
I'm gonna put it over it later.
Yeah. So just in case.
And then I have another like it's like a water bed filler that goes in there too.
A water bed?
Yeah, it's nice. I'm gonna pump it out of the pond.
Oh God.
And we're gonna put it in here later on.
This is not an instructional video. Maybe don't do that. The cold is killing the batteries on my phone, so this is already getting close to dying. So I'm gonna charge this up while we finish setting everything up, and we're gonna collect firewood. Somebody's gonna collect firewood. I don't know who, but we're kind of waiting for someone else to show up.
thought you called for it.
Well, I haven't seen nobody yet. I guess we'll do it ourselves. It kind of sucks.
I don't think we can do that.
But we do have cigars. I was sad, and some Red Bull. We brought Red Bull and cigars, which I was sad because I forgot cigars. And Steve comes through.
Totally redeemed.
Totally redeemed himself.
Thank you.
All right, I'm going to let this thing charge. Well, working on gathering firewood. Doesn't look like we've got a lot. We've got a decent amount going. There comes Steve. You can see him because of all of his colors. You can see his yellow gloves. Bringing more logs back. So we're just working on that. Eating some amazing granola. Thank you, Kayla. You can see your gloves from like 100 yards away out there.
Careful with the planes.
Yeah, there might be a plane that lands on us. So once we get the fire going, we'll set the tripod up and record with the wireless mics, at least for a little while. The phone dies quick, so. It's 19 degrees according to the thermometer on my pack.
Oh, it's warm.
It's really not that bad. So when the wind kicks up, it kind of sucks. But I'm still just wearing my fleece and my hiking layers and my rain stuff. Yeah, you're park it up, so, and you're active. But once we get the fire going, or get ready to light the fire, I'll go put my warmer stuff on and make hot chocolate. It does, yeah.
I got some Thai soups and things like that.
You got some what? You don't have a wireless mic, so I'll get closer to you.
I got like Thai soup or
ooh,
something to put in the cup just to drink.
Ah, see, he's the health nut. He's the healthier one of the two. Oh, no, I'm just going to drink hot chocolate and apple cider and eat this granola.
Pretty amazing granola.
Yeah, Kayla, your granola is awesome. This is like the 4th time I've said it. But I'm going to edit these, so we'll see how many times it makes it in there. But yeah, that's pretty good. I'm excited about this gumbo too. Oh, and I have one Spam single left in my bag and really? A frying pan. So we can have an appetizer.
That's true.
That's happening soon too. Steve is expertly crafting us a cabin here to set on fire.
Nothing wrong.
That's better than the way I would do it, so it'll work out well. See, this is why you bring friends backpacking, because they build fires better than you can, and they bring Red Bull, which is very exciting. So I'm ready to start this fire. We do have cool scenery. The pond is almost frozen over.
It'll be frozen over in the morning, you think?
I think it will be frozen over in the morning. I think it will.
You making a bear?
Huh?
You making a bear?
Yeah, I'm gonna sculpt you a wolf to put by your door.
Yeah, that's what I love about going to the woods with you, man, when you make these sculptures.
Well, I can at least record the fire. Chef Steve over here, you can't see him. Maybe if I turn my headlamp. Oh, there he is.
Hey.
Now you can see him if I blind him. Over here working on our gumbo for dinner. That headlamp works well with fresh batteries in it. We've had our Spam appetizer. Steve tried Spam, or has probably had it in the past, but what'd you think?
Not so bad.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's kind of like a salty hot dog. So now we're waiting on our gumbo. Steve's expertly crafting over here.
Look at that fire. That's a nice looking fire.
It is a nice looking fire. It's all from
That's the best it's been all night right there.
It is. It's all because of that log cabin you built, really.
I think it's finally coming through.
Yeah. This is some very hard wood. We don't really know what it is. Well, I don't know what it is. I don't know.
Hard wood. That's what that is.
Oh, God. But it's literally taken like an hour, and now it's finally catching. So, yeah, we're just hanging out. You can at least see the party lights. You can't see the tents. Well, maybe if I hit them right. There's Steve's over there.
I got, here, I got
There's mine. We've got mood music. Yeah, we had our pre-dinner cigars. Steve's down pants and his booties that I'm very jealous of right now.
Still a little warm.
Are you toasty?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to shed some stuff soon.
Well, if your feet were bigger, I'd say shed those slippers and give them to me. We have dinner working over here. Steve has some of the coolest little contraptions. I've seen these before, but I've never bought. Aren't they like the Sea to Summit pots?
Yeah.
Is that what they are? Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're like collapsible mugs, but then they have metal bottoms, so you can use them on a stove. They're pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, we like them.
Oh, yeah.
They're easy to clean.
We're literally going to have this out here. Is that my serving? Like, do you have another one of those?
No, we're sharing this.
Oh, we're sharing that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I'm glad I have a half a roll of summer sausage, too.
Well, that's right. We're actually going to add that into this.
Ah.
Yeah. I want to add a little bit more water to it. Pretty good.
Yeah, that looks pretty awesome. I'm pretty excited about this. All right. This is our gumbo. Oh, my God. That looks awesome.
Yep.
That looks pretty good. Well, let's see. How's it taste? Good?
It really probably should be cooked a little bit longer.
Yeah.
The rice.
Yeah.
Probably should have been like probably should have been hydrated first.
Yeah.
And then cooked since it's so cold out.
Yeah.
But it tastes really damn good.
I imagine it'll be good. I'm excited. No more filming. I'm gonna eat it. This is about all that's left of our firewood, Steve.
The countdown has begun.
The countdown has begun. All I know is I walked over there to put stuff away. You can't really see it. Kinda. Whatever. The tents are over there. I walked over there and it is a whole world of difference in cold compared to what it is over here.
It's like being on an iceberg.
It is cold over there. My hand without a glove on is freezing holding this camera. Hang on. It is definitely cold.
I wonder how long it's going to take up to warm up the bag once we're in it.
It'd probably take a couple minutes.
Yeah, I hate that part.
You might have to jog around a little bit before we take our down coats off and climb in there. But it should be pretty warm. But water is freezing up into slushy mode here. Yeah, is that thing completely frozen?
No, but it's slushy.
Yeah, the lid was practically frozen shut on my Jetboil.
I'll pop the top on this, but nothing comes out.
Let's see what happens. I've got a bottle of water over there. It's still okay.
It actually did come out.
There you go. Yeah, it's
helps when it's next to the fire.
It's cold, but it's not bad sitting around this fire. Yeah, that's a good idea. Here. Don't go in the fire. This is too much work. All right. Thaw it.
Wow, you're in the fog.
The eggs aren't frozen. I did check the carton of eggs for the morning. They're still thawed. We'll see. If it freezes, I'll just put it on top of the stove while the water heats up for coffee.
Having square eggs tomorrow.
Yeah, we might have to cut the carton and get them out. But yeah, I think we're just kind of waiting on this fire to die out and then climbing in the tents.
What kind of story are you going to tell us tonight for bedtime stories, Kenny?
I don't know. I'm not sure. Yep. This is it for tonight. Bring the camera back in the morning when we're hopefully alive. Hopefully we don't freeze to death. Yeah.
Cheerio, mate. This is the British version.
Oh, this is the British version.
Right.
Got it. this? We finally have coffee. Steve's still snoring. Well, there are few things in life as awesome as a morning fire when it's cold as crap. The pond is completely frozen. I had to literally thaw out water bottles with hand warmers and holding them over the jet boil to be able to make coffee, but we finally got some coffee. Hopefully Steve's not naked in his tent. Oh, he's got it all closed down anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, are you alive?
I am alive.
He's alive.
My water is perfect.
Oh, did you have it in your sleeping bag?
Of course.
Uh-huh. See? That's years of experience knowing what to do. I should have done the same thing, but I did not. And mine were solid blocks of ice. Steve's is good, so perfect. That means we'll have more coffee water. I snagged my down jacket. I don't know if you can see it. Probably not. I snagged my down jacket on a thorn bush earlier, so that added to the fun this morning. Well, luckily, I had some tent repair tape I just popped on there, and it gives it character. So, yeah, I'm going to work on feeding this fire, and eventually Steve will get up, and then we'll start making breakfast. Well, this is what we're having to do. Our eggs are frozen. They're thawing now. Just trying to balance the thawing them versus actually scrambling them. Steve's over here in his down suit. Which,
nice and cozy.
Nice and cozy. His experience is a lesson for everyone. See, keep your water in your tent with you, sealed up, and then it's a lot easier to do than what I had to go through, because I still have frozen water right there. But at least we have a fire. And you slept warm in there?
Oh yeah, that's perfect.
On your tower of pads?
It's perfect, yeah. Yeah. Shouldered a little bit, but hey, that was good.
Yeah. See, you don't have to buy a winter specific pad. Just stack 2 3-season pads. It's like you're on a tower and it's a balancing act. Oh, this stupid thing. But you stayed plenty warm, so that's all that matters. It's like 9:50. It's starting to warm up. I don't feel near as bad. It's not near as oppressively cold when you take the face thing off.
Fire helps.
Fire helps, yes. The fire does help. So here shortly, I'm going to fry up some bacon. That'll make things better.
Try and run across the pond in a little
bit? No. As much as I would like to break a hole in it to get more water, I don't know that I want to run across it, because it's pretty well frozen over. See where I was trying this morning to bust a hole in the ice with a stick, and it was not working. So we'll have to find a rock or something to chuck in here and bust a hole. Pretty awesome night. It's ridiculously quiet. But it got down, we figured, to 14 degrees. I think's what his thermometer said when he checked it. I know when I got out of the tent at like 7. Yeah, when I got out of the tent at like 7, I'm pretty sure that little thermometer was somewhere around 15-ish. So it was cold, but stayed perfectly warm in here. Those Thermarest actual pillows are awesome for cold weather. It was super comfortable, and I never got cold like with an air pillow. X-Therm pad did awesome. 0 degree hammock gear quilt was fantastic. I think when my son used it, he just kept having trouble with the straps popping off, which they are not the best design. They come loose pretty easy. There was a couple times just moving around, I'd pop one loose, but they've updated it so it actually buckles like most of them, so that should never be a problem. But once it was cinched down, I was toasty warm with just a base layer pants and base layer shirt and a fleece, so it did its job. And the X-Mid was perfect. Plenty of space. Never had to get out and retension anything. So, solid. Did a solid job. Steve's classic tent and sleeping bag did fantastic. He's breaking out the sunglasses. Might be working on our suntan soon.
Right.
Yep. Yep. See, here's the tower of pads. Oh, well, they're
down.
Oh, he already deflated them. He's in a hurry.
I gotta get out of there.
Had to
Had to get off the pads.
Is that
You had to deflate them to get off of them.
he
Kind of high up there.
He might have fallen off if he didn't do it that way. Oh man. Well, finally busted a hole in the pond. So we're boiling up pond water. Steve is.
We're not boiling up pond water. Let's go ahead and get that up a little bit.
Steve is not interested. I really want more coffee. And I've done it before out of there. It's not bad. There's no algae or anything on it. So I'm just gonna boil the crap out of it. I don't want to put it in my filter. I don't want to put it in my filter because my filter will freeze and then I'll have to buy a new one.
What filter do you have?
The Sawyer squeeze things where you like fill up the bag and then it screws on, you just squeeze it through.
Oh, you should test it, see if it freezes.
Oh, it'll freeze. No, it will. If it freezes, then it's no good anymore. So, I mean, if I had to do it, it would filter water. I could filter a bunch and probably try to keep it in my pocket.
Just squeeze it in your pants.
Yeah. It's so cold and I'm afraid like going through the filter, it would start to freeze. Like it's one thing if it's like 30 degrees, I can just filter water real quick and then put the filter in a bag and put it in my pocket and it won't freeze. But
you'd be all right. I've used like the MSR Mini Works in really cold temperatures and it's done all right.
yeah.
Just gotta take the filter out. And
Yeah, so you can't take the filters out of these things. Like once it's...
You can't unscrew it or...
No.
What a piece of junk.
A piece of junk. You're offending everyone on YouTube that uses this.
You can't use it.
Yeah. This would be why you buy filters that
you can take apart.
Weigh 1.5 pounds. So they're more durable.
Sure.
That's true. That's why the pump filters still exist, I guess. But these are like $35. So I mean,
how the straw would work.
It's kind of the same thing as these. Mm-hmm. But same deal. If it freezes, it breaks the fibers inside.
We use it's like the mug, and you shove it down into it. That's what we use.
It's the same idea as these
still
things.
Got the filter on it where you can pull it out and heat it up.
Oh, it's a little bit fancier. Oh, yep. We're boiling. We're gonna let this boil for 30 seconds.
That's like gray. That's like really dark gray steam coming out of there.
It's no different than any other steam.
It's like factory steam. I'm not sure I think that, man.
It's fine.
It's like factory.
Yeah, he says it looks...
Like going downtown to the Colts game and seeing the stacks of the plumes of...
It's literally no different than the steam that was coming off of your water.
I disagree with that.
This is a debate, though. I've heard multiple things. Some people say when you're boiling water to make it safe to drink, it just needs to start boiling and then you're done. Other people say it's got to boil for like
rumble for a while.
30 seconds or something.
That's what I've read.
I've gone by once it starts boiling, I'm usually
Now, does
good.
Boiling kill everything?
Well, it makes it safe to drink. Right. There's a difference between that and like
taste.
There's like pasteurizing and sanitizing and I don't know all those things. But I've lived by once it boils, it's good. But he's making me paranoid, so I'm letting it boil for a little while. But I think it's been good enough.
I don't think we need pasteurized water.
No, we don't. So
I don't think that really is a thing.
I think we're good. See, once you mix it with instant coffee, I mean, it looks the same.
Sure it does.
There's no floaters.
Mud always looks the same.
Well, it's crappy Folgers instant coffee anyway, so
fine.
I think I'll survive. Well, smells like coffee. It's hot as crap because I boiled the crap out of it. It tastes just like what I was making earlier. So I think we're fine.
Well, I'm sure it tastes fine. What is it doing to the inside of your body?
Oh, I'm not worried. Oh, anything like that's dead from boiling it, so we're good. Yeah,
is it true? I mean, does it kill everything?
Yeah. Well, it's like it wouldn't kill like if you were a third world country, I don't think I would just boil their water. I think I might do a few things to it. But out here, yes, it'd be fine. These are the parts that may or may not make the video. There's few things better in the woods, Steve, than the sound of bacon in a skillet.
I would agree with that.
Yeah. Yep. This is the best stuff. Shelf-stable bacon. Just throw it in here to heat it up. And it's the best thing ever. All right. So what are you doing over here?
It's Jello.
It's Jello.
Jello.
It's literally Jello.
Just put a little bit in a little baggie and
so
put it in here.
So what's the point of this?
So when you're really cold, you got sugar and Jello, and when you take a drink of it, and the sugar ignites your internal engine.
There you go. See, these are
not really good if you're diabetic.
No, if you're diabetic, probably not.
No, I wouldn't recommend that. I mean, this is kind of these are more so for situations where you really need it. Like, I don't need it now, but I'm just curious how it feels.
So there you go. If you're very cold, apparently a little bit of Jello.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Not sugar-free Jello. You want
not sugar-free. That won't do you any good.
Yeah.
Okay.
I suppose Kool-Aid would work too.
Bring some Kool-Aid out here.
Yeah.
Well, the eggs are still a little frozen, but I think we have plenty of them in there. The fuel can is being a pain because it's so cold, but eventually... Oh, there we go.
The can must start heat up a little bit.
That might help because it's cranked all the way open and it barely sounds like it's on, but it'll get going. And then we'll have scrambled eggs too. Yep. Not a bad breakfast. And just like that, scrambled eggs in the woods. How is it? Good?
Excellent. Yep.
Yep. Yep. I'm going to eat it before it gets cold.
Yeah, I think it's about 5 or 6 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds about right.
So, this seems to be a thing with people is, and maybe it's just because a lot of people on YouTube just buy new stuff for videos, because I mean, I'm understanding that right now because I'm going through that in my mind. But you've had that tent, let's call it 6 years. You're still alive.
Yeah.
You didn't die out here.
I'm good.
You were very comfortable. Mm-hmm. How old's that jacket?
Oh my gosh, 25 years old. 25
years old, and I mean,
it's
basically,
still pretty fluffy.
It's still just as lofty, if not more, than mine. Well, see, mine doesn't. Well, mine can't zip up because it'll hit my beard.
Oh,
but it clearly still works.
Yeah.
Your sleeping pads. Now, this orange one you just bought on Amazon for $35.
35 bucks.
And it's not insulated, but that's a long, wide sleeping pad, clearly.
Yeah.
And it was like 2.5 inches thick.
It's pretty cozy.
Yeah.
These are perfect summer. I mean, I think they listed actually as an insulated pad, but it's really not insulated.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. I don't think there's much to it, but for a summer pad, it's probably great.
Yeah.
And then this old school Big Agnes pad.
Sand Mountain.
With insulation in it. How old is that thing?
Oh, that has to be, that's probably 25 years old too.
Never, no patches, nothing on it.
Still holds air.
Now, I mean, you're smart with your stuff. You take care of it.
True.
But that still works.
Yeah, it's perfect.
And you were, I mean, it was at least 14 degrees last night.
Yeah, I was comfortable all night long.
And your sleeping bag is 15 years old?
Maybe 20.
Maybe 20.
Yeah.
A 20-year-old 0-degree bag.
Yeah. 750 filled. You did all right.
And was perfectly, like, I didn't hear you getting up and having to go jogging in the middle of the night or anything.
No, that was good.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I know there's this big craze to always have the latest and greatest stuff. But a lot of this stuff, you buy it and take care of it, it'll work. I mean, even my quilt, that thing's 6-7 years old, and it's perfectly fine. But
you've owned more tents in 3 years than I've probably owned in 25.
It was a big search. You're the perfect height for tents. You are what outdoor companies market to.
That's right.
I'm not. I'm too tall, so there was a lot of searching. But
well, Neanderthals usually don't sleep in tents.
Yeah, it's true. Yes. But you have stuff. That backpack is how old?
That's probably 15, 17 years old.
15, 17 years old. It's an old Kelty backpack.
Yeah.
That still carries perfectly fine.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It fits like a glove.
Yeah. which all these backpacks that are out there that everybody thinks you got to buy the lightest weight backpack, and I mean, there's a time and a place for it, but
I've got one of those too.
Yeah.
It's about 30 years old.
But about 30 years old. He's got a lightweight one that's about 30 years old. So I guess
it's all the little things that makes it fun, like all the cook kits and new stoves and all the things that you kind of mix into it.
Yeah.
So all those are staple items, I think.
But your main stuff, you don't have to buy all this fancy, I'm getting hot in this, all this fancy brand new stuff. So if you're just trying to get into this, you don't have to buy a brand new $300 Osprey backpack. I mean, that pack's nice, but even that one's 4 years old now. It still does a good job. You can find a tent second hand or third hand.
Easily. I probably got one I can sell you.
Oh, there you go. An older sleeping bag, as long as it's taken care of,
For sure.
you're perfectly fine. You don't do something stupid like I did and catch your down jacket on a thorn bush. Thank God for Dyneema repair tape, though.
Yeah.
Helped it out. So, yeah, it was interesting to compare your older stuff to the fancier new. Now, I only needed one sleeping pad. Well, I did have the little Thermarest Z-Lite pad under there, but honestly, I only brought that pad in case your two sleeping pads that were old weren't enough.
I mean, I don't really get out in the wintertime a whole lot, so I think the 2 pads are probably good.
Yeah, that worked.
If I had one thing to change, I probably would change to a newer pad.
Yeah.
Something with a little more R value.
Yeah, because that thing is perfectly warm, and I just have to carry one, and I'm good. Yes, this tent packs down a little bit smaller than your tent. It has more room in it, but
Does it really pack smaller?
well, you saw it.
Let's find out.
No, okay, well,
Let's see how many poles.
we'll find out. It's because there's no poles. See, that's how I knew I was already going to win this, because that's the perk of a trekking
So
pole
we'll
tent.
we'll check out the body of the tent packed out minus the poles.
Oh,
Comes out.
there you go. Okay. Yeah, but it was a fun little comparison. So I guess the point to that is you don't have to have the latest and greatest brand new stuff to get out here and have fun, because I'm pretty sure he had just as much fun as I did.
For sure.
Yeah.
You
So
can come out with the bivy sack, you can come out with the tarp, you can do all kinds of stuff just to get out here.
well, he's more man than I am. I've already pointed this out in a video in here. I'm not. No,
He doesn't like spiders.
if a spider came running across my face, it would sound like a teenage girl from IU was out here losing her mind. I would not. No, not my thing. All right. Well, we're all loaded up. Yellow man ready to go. His gloves. We've torn everything down. You never know we were here. Put the fire out. We left the ice on the lake, though.
We did.
We didn't take that down for anybody.
No.
No.
Too exciting.
Too exciting. So that's about it. We didn't freeze to death. It was a good time. Now we'll hike out, see what other nonsense we can get into.
Sounds good.
Maybe find lunch. I don't know. I'm not that hungry, though.
I'm not that hungry yet.
Okay.
Who knows what'll happen at the end, but
Who knows? All right. Let's go. Well, on the way out, Steve's trying to set a land speed record up there. But it was a good little trip. Had a lot of fun just catching up with a buddy that I don't get to hang out with a whole lot. Kind of cool hearing his stories and just seeing the stuff that he's used for years compared to the stuff that I've used or use. Just kind of cool. But clearly, you don't always have to go ultralight to have a good time. And especially when it's getting down to like 13, 14 degrees. I mean, I know it's possible, but I know I was comfortable and warm. And yeah, this pack's full of some stuff that you don't necessarily need. You don't need to bring a skillet. You don't need to bring an extra plate. But it made it fun. Making scrambled eggs, making bacon, the food that he had, the gumbo from last night, which was awesome. Just adds to the experience sometimes. If you're only doing 2 miles, what's the difference? Like, this isn't uncomfortable. Still not that heavy, just bulky. But stayed perfectly warm. The Durston tent did fantastic. I really like that tent. That's gonna be a tough one to beat. Plenty of room. My large sleeping pad and 0 degree quilt pretty much filled it up. But but I still had room at the sides for my phone charger and stuff. My clothes were at the bottom of the tent, so plenty of space. Had plenty of space this morning to get in and cook without getting out. It's just awesome because you never feel trapped in that tent. It's definitely more roomy than his little one-man tent. But yeah, definitely should have kept my water bottle in the tent with me. I just wasn't even thinking about it. Wasn't expecting it to be impossible to break the ice on the pond early. We figured it out. Got it done. So it's a good trip. Finished the walk back to the car, get all loaded up and head home. So most likely that's it for this video. Thanks for watching.